Everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you for viewing my video. So as you guys can tell by the title, let's go ahead and get into it. So these are some questions that you guys have asked me all across my social medias, and I thought about making a video. So here you go. Is how do you limit side effects? I tell everyone. First thing is you want to drink at least half a gallon to a gallon of water a day. It flushes out the system, get rid of those smells. It can help you get rid of the side effects very quicker or very fast. Make sure that you take your vitamins, minerals, replenish the body as much as possible. Also, there are some side effects that you are bound to get, or they're just some things that are bound to happen. There's nothing that you could really do about that. For instance, for me, when I was going through treatment, I didn't lose my hair until I did the stem cell transplant. I do recommend drinking water or some kind of herbal tea, and then taking your vitamins and minerals, okay? So the next question, are we allowed to do Brazilian waxes, Botox, and facial fillers and all that stuff like that? So for me, this is just my opinion. I don't recommend that you do any Botox, facial fillers, Brazilian wax, or nothing like that, because you're injecting your body with foreign stuff, and you never know how that stuff is going to react to your treatment. Also, you never know how your body is going to respond fighting off chemo, and then it has to fight off all the foreign stuff that you're putting inside of your system. So I don't recommend doing Botox. I don't recommend doing any kind of facial fillers, especially because depending on your situation, what kind of treatment that you're doing, your face can actually change its shape. And I know that's crazy, but as you guys can see, I have like a round face. But when I did the stem cell transplant, my eyes did it. My facial features kind of drooped down. You gain weight in your face. I believe it's called moon face. I think that's the term for it. But basically, it's like your face swell up so big. And then also you can lose weight, and you're having Botox and all that kind of stuff in your face. It can make you look weird, So I recommend just let the body do what it does. If you are going to get a Brazilian wax and any kind of like waxing anywhere on the body, just be careful. Because like I said, when you're going through treatment, having cancer just in general, when you're going through treatment, especially if you have cancer of the immune system, you're increasing your chances of getting some kind of infection. You're increasing your chances of getting sick. There's a lot that can happen when you get waxed. Sometimes, you're left with open pores. Sometimes your skin can come off just a little. So I just recommend just leaving the body alone. Let it do what it does. There's nothing wrong with the good old-fashioned razor, okay? That's me. Maybe use Nair. All right, so the next question is, do you recommend vitamin infusion? My thing is, I recommend that you try it for 3 months. Any kind of new treatment, whatever it is that you want to try, do it for 3 months. That first month, see where your numbers are, and then, do the vitamin infusion. Month 2 is like a checkup to see is it helping or not, and then month 3 is like, to see what is the total outcome. But with that, there are some things that you have to pay attention to. So for instance, just for example, let's say you start off with, you have 5 red blood counts, 5 is good, 1 is bad. And then you're doing chemo. So of course it's going to knock everything off. So let's say month 1, you go to the doctor, you get your data, your red blood counts and all that kind of stuff like that. And let's say you start off with 3. You start off with 3 red blood counts. So then you do the vitamin infusion. Then you go up to 5 on the second month. You go to the doctor, you get your checkup, and they do blood work, and then your numbers went from 3 to 5. So then you do vitamin infusion again, and then you go to the doctor on the 3rd month for the final results, and then it's at 1. That does not necessarily mean that the vitamin infusion did not help. But there was a lot of things that contributed to the dropping of the numbers. It went from 3 to 5 that second month. Maybe because you were so excited, you ate right, you exercised, you got your rest. You went to get, when you went to the doctor and your numbers went up, you was excited, you thought it was working, so you decided to slack off. Now, between month 2 and 3, you're eating junk food, you're not getting your rest, you're doing a lot of stuff, and that caused your numbers to drop. So there's a lot of getting tongue tied, but there's a lot of things that go into it. Make note of everything that you do. Hope that makes sense. But if not, I do apologize. Okay, so the next question, do EBC46 injections kill cancer, and is it ready? As far as like injections and teas and stuff like that that are cancers killing, the thing is, talk to your doctor and try it. Like I said, try it for 3 months and see what it does. And if it helps, then that's great. But if it don't, change and see what else is out there. There are a lot of things that are out there. There are many case studies that are out there. There are many testimonials about people doing herbs that are out there that help you. Okay? Because I can't say, oh yeah, that's going to help you, this is going to cure your cancer, when it won't. It may cure person A, but not person B, and it may person C condition worse than what it is. So just try it out and see. Talk to your doctor about those type of things. Okay. Also, a lot of people want to know, is there a cure for cancer? Just me, I don't think there's a cure for cancer. I don't think there will ever be a cure for cancer, because cancer is bringing in money from left to right. All right. So that is what it is. So a lot of things that are out there that you can do to prevent cancer. There are a lot of things that you can do that can prolong your life, even though you have cancer. And I don't mean make you live forever or whatever, but I do mean like take care of your mental health, take care of your spiritual health, take care of, your inner being. Those things contribute to fighting cancer, and those are things that people really don't talk about. And then me being a cancer coach, those are that's my specialty. That is my field of study right there. That's what I do as a cancer coach. I help you take care of you and your well-being by focusing on your mental health, focusing on your emotional and spiritual and nutritional side of everything. All right, so someone says, how do you become a cancer coach? So basically, you just you find a certification program, and you do it's like class, like you do the book work, and then at the end of the book work, they give you a person to actually practice on. So once you pass the bookwork test and you do great on, with your patient or trial patient, you get certification, and then you are a cancer coach or a life coach or whatever kind of coach that you want to be. But please keep in mind that when you become these coaches, they do not teach you a program for you to do. Like for instance, for me in my program, what I do, I had to come up with that all on my own. No one said, okay, well, day 1, week 1, you need to talk about this. Day 2, week 2, talk about this. And then so on, so on. Those are things that you have to come up with on your own. Certification is only just a piece of paper. But as far as what you're going to talk about, how you're supposed to help someone, that comes with experience, knowledge, and who you are. And everything that I've come to know, I've learned through experience, not only for myself, but being as a cancer patient and as a caregiver, and as just someone just in general that's just been helping people. Okay, so the next question is, someone asked, how do you stop the crippling thoughts that cancer has came back? And my thing is, you really can't stop that kind of thought. You can only change your perspective when you have that thought. Instead of, thinking, what if it's like, if you do like for Hodgkin's lymphoma, I can get a swollen lymph node here and there. And then instead of thinking like, oh my gosh, the cancer is back, what am I going to do? Is it aggressive? Is it this? If it's that, I changed my perspective of thinking about how bad it is or if it's back to, all right, well, Vita, you've been through it once. You can do it again. I already know if it comes back, my doctor, we're going to get on it. Let me go ahead and make my doctor's appointment. We're going to get on it, get ahead of this thing. Talk to me, doctor. Like, what's the next step? Do I need to do radiation? Do I need to do chemo? Or do I need to have surgery? I already know I'm not going to have an appetite. So let me go ahead and just get to pricing protein powders and protein shakes. Let me go ahead and buy my coconut oil because for some reason I can never find it when I need it, and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. But as far as stopping that kind of thought, you can't put a halt to it. Like, you can't stop something like that. You can only change your perspective on it. And I hope that helps you. Okay, so the last question is, what do you do when you want to stop treatment or you just feel like letting cancer run its course? This is why it's so important for you to get a cancer coach or a cancer mentor or talk to someone that has cancer. If you go to a family member with this kind of thoughts, the first thing they're going to want to do is dismiss your feeling or that emotion because they can't bear it or they don't understand, But you have to understand, you stopping treatment does not mean that you're giving up. You letting cancer run its course does not mean that you're giving up. The choice is yours. You just have to make sure that you understand what the outcome is. So let's say you don't want to take treatment. You just want to let cancer run its course. So there's the part where you have cancer, and then there's the part where basically that's the end, like you're dead. And people understand, like, yeah, I have cancer, but I'm going to let it run its course, and that's how I'm going to die, go out. That's my choice. But no one thinks about that in between. Like, you have point A, point B, but no one knows about that in between part. And it's that in between part that you really have to make sure that you know and you have an understanding of it. Because are you going to suffer? What can you do? Like, are you going to suffer? Are you going to lose some limbs or lose muscle control in the process? What are you doing at the end? Like, these are things that people really don't think about. And these are things that you have to really take into consideration. You really have to put thought into it. So if you want to stop treatment, one day, really think about it for a good week to see if that's really what you want to do. Because you, in your mind, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm tired of chemo, I'm tired of radiation, I'm tired of all the doctors, I'm tired of the needles, I'm just tired of the pain, I'm tired of the hurting, I'm tired of feeling sick all the time, I just want to live my life. Okay, so you're going to live your life maybe for a good month, and then stuff really going to be going downhill because now you have organ failure, like you got some stuff going on. So you really have to think about those things. Okay. And also, you talking to a family member about that kind of stuff, they don't understand and they dismiss your feeling because they can't understand or comprehend exactly what you're going through, which is why you have to talk to someone that has been through what you are going through, because these are things that we think about. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you have to be, I'm going to beat it. I got to beat it. I'm going to beat it. I'm in good health. And, the doctor can't tell me nothing about me. And look, all of that is fine, handy and dandy. But at night, by yourself, and you have those thoughts, no matter how much positivity you had during the day, stuff like that hits you and you are forced to sit in it. And you really have to think about it. All right. But that is it for today, though. All the questions that I'm going to answer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you're someone that has cancer or know someone that has cancer and they are alone, not quite sure what to do, or if they need someone to talk to, please follow me on my social medias and check out my website, and let's have a conversation about it. All right. Bye.